Matter goes through changes. Have you tried placing a glass full of ice cubes on a table? What happens to the ice cubes after some time? You may have noticed that the ice cubes got smaller. This is because some of their parts melted, or turned into liquid water. They changed their state from solid to liquid. What could have caused the change? The change in the form of the ice cubes was caused by the change in their temperature. Temperature tells how hot or cold something is. Changes in the form of matter can also happen depending on how you handle the objects. Changes in solids. Changes in temperature can cause solids to change their form. Heating some solids can cause them to turn into liquids. For example, if you place ice cubes into a warm room, the heat will cause the ice cubes to change into their liquid form. Or when you heat butter in a pan, the butter will melt and turn into a liquid. Melting is the process where a solid object changes into a liquid when heat is added. Heating can also change a solid into another solid. For example, burning a piece of wood can change some of the wood parts into ashes. People change solid materials to make them useful. For example, potters shape and press clay and then harden them with fire to make containers like jars, bowls, pots, and vases. Smiths heat, hammer, bend, cut, and join metals to create cutlery like spoons and forks, jewelry like rings and necklaces, tableware like bowls and cups, and furniture like bed frames and chairs. Copper, silver, and gold are the most common metals for making jewelry because they can be bent without breaking or cracking. Silver and gold also do not rust, while copper rusts slowly. Rusting is a change that occurs when metals are exposed to air and water. When rusting occurs, the metal weakens. Changes in liquids. Liquids can change into other forms too. If liquid water in a container is placed inside a freezer, it will turn into solid water or ice. The low temperature in the freezer changes the liquid water into ice in a process called freezing. A liquid can also change into a gas. For example, when liquid water boils, some of the water changes into gas in the form of steam or water vapor. The process of a liquid changing into a gas is called evaporation. Copper is also used in electrical devices and motors. This is because copper is a good conductor, which means it allows heat and electricity to travel through it and transfers them from one object to another. Iron is another metal that is commonly used because it is very hard and strong. Iron is used in making pots, pans, gates, window grills, railings, and hand tools like hammers and nails. Changes in gases. Gases can also change into liquids. Have you ever seen dew or water droplets on the leaves of plants in the early morning? What do you think causes dew? At night, the temperature gets much lower than the temperature during the day. Because of this, the water vapor in the air turns into liquid water when it hits a cold surface, such as those of leaves. This process of a gas changing into a liquid is called condensation.